Welcome back. We're your hosts, Matt Vizzi.
And Tim Vizzi.
This is Protect Your Vizion.
I'm just doing what I gotta do. I'm just doing what I gotta do. I'm just doing what I gotta do.
We introduce Ryan
Campbell. Yeah, I'm just doing what I gotta do. Yeah, I'm just doing what I gotta do. And I'm grinding like the rest of you. I'm just doing what I gotta do. I'm just doing what I gotta do.
Ryan Campbell, Stanford, goalkeeper. Provizion Sports and Entertainment. Protect your vision.
Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to Protect Your Vision Season 2. We're your hosts, the Vizzi brothers, Matt Vizzi.
Tim Vizzi.
And we have a very special guest on the show today, Ryan Campbell, out of Stanford, soccer player. We're super excited to have you on the show with us. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Anytime I get to spend with you is time well spent. So,
Well, that's makes me feel great and amazing.
Right? Come on, let's go.
But yeah, Ryan, tell the people a little bit about you.
I'm actually a sophomore at Stanford. Honestly, kind of feels like my freshman campaign because last year was just such a blurry with COVID and everything. Like, I feel like this year I started attending class. I got to know more people in my community, so it's been nice to branch out and kind of get to know people. But yeah, I'm in my sophomore year. I am contemplating majoring in comm. I haven't declared yet. Thriving in all things, trying to stay positive. The world is so, I feel like, chaotic right now, but
Absolutely.
I always have my sport and school to keep me preoccupied, so I always find just being work-driven to be something that is beneficial for me as an individual in this world that's just throwing
Yes.
so many things at everyone.
We've known you for a very long time, and
Yep.
when I first saw you, I was like, that girl's going to be in the Olympics one day. She is just so much more athletic than everybody around her.
Schooling all the boys on
Even
the
the guys,
playground.
right? Yeah.
Even the guys, like you were just dominating everybody. I was like, that girl will be in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I am not surprised at all where you're at in your life right now. You were All-American in high school. Won, what was it, three
Back to back to
yeah,
back.
Three
back
sta-
to back to back.
At J Serra.
at J Serra?
Senior year, we fumbled the bag a little bit, but
Still
that's
still
all right.
made it.
Still got an impressive
And you
resume.
still got
so,
rings, right?
Yes.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Yes.
I mean, that's like, you have accolades, right? You take
Number
that-
one goalie in the nation.
Yes, in my age group. So I don't like to brag too much.
I mean, but
We'll
it's,
back for you.
if you
We
do your
got
research,
Well,
yes,
yeah.
there's quite a.
you've
yeah.
thrived playing soccer, playing your sport, doing your passion.
Yeah.
What is your vision as you continue your career?
Yeah. So I mean, right now I'm just playing soccer, obviously at the collegiate level, but the goal for me in my head, I think, since I was a little girl, whatever sport I was playing, it was always to be playing at the professional level. With soccer, that would mean playing in the NWSL, which is an up-and-coming league here in the States. A lot of people do play overseas. It is pretty popular if you're at that level to do so. But, I mean, the goal for me would be, why can't I be on the Olympic stage if we're dreaming really big? Like, I could totally see myself doing that. And, I mean, people I talk to, they're like, you just look like an athlete. And I feel like that's been my identity, and I don't want to lose that if I have a say in it. So,
Well,
yeah.
We're big on speaking things into existence
We are.
here, so let's
Absolutely.
just speak that into existence right now.
Yes.
What, 2026?
I think, right?
Ryan Campbell,
Yeah,
2026 Olympics.
Let's
Look
do it.
out,
Absolutely.
women's soccer
I
team.
love
Let's
it.
go.
When you believe in somebody, you know what I mean? Like, you're somebody that I've always believed in,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like, it's awesome to see where you are because you've put in the work. I mean, even from that age, I mean, even if you just have talent,
Yeah,
you have to work hard to get to each next
Right.
level.
Talent's not enough.
right.
The talent
these
is not
days.
enough,
There's
right?
talent
Yeah.
everywhere.
Think about the distraction that comes with every next level,
Yes.
right? You're even in just in our personal lives, the
100%.
things that life can hit you with, right? So a big part of just excelling, thriving, striving to new levels and new accomplishments, getting to Olympic level, you have to
Right.
protect your vision.
No, 100%.
So how do you protect your vision? How do you stay on course in a world filled with chaos?
Yeah, so I think like the perfect like acronym is FOMO, and that's something I felt like I've never suffered from. Like I'm just someone who like beats to my own drum, you know, like I think that's the saying, but I almost feel like I have like a complex with like working out. Like if I'm not working out, like I want to be doing something productive, like writing or free writing or anything. But, I just think the biggest word that comes to mind is discipline. And I just think that's something that really describes me as an individual. Like if there comes a day where I wake up and I don't get a workout in, like my mood is just like completely thrown. So I just think like I'm wired that way, and it makes me, it's like endorphins, right? When you work out, endorphins release. But I don't think that really answers your question. But there's so many aspects that go into, are you preparing yourself mentally, physically, nutrition? There's so many things we could talk about. But I think a lot of it is just checking in with yourself. How aware are you? Are you checking all the boxes you should be? And it's okay to be honest too if you're not, because that's important. It's like, let's not lie to myself. Like, you can't lie to yourself. So I think just balance is so important. And innately, I do think I was just born like as disciplined, and I don't have FOMO. Like I prefer to honestly kind of be a nomad, like on my own. And I'm happy in the small relationships I have. I would say socially I have a smaller circle, but my family and close friends make me so happy, and that's really all I need. I don't need to go out and party X, Y, or Z. Like I feel happy and content with what I have. And I think just gratitude is also a really important thing.
I really like what you said, just being truthful with yourself.
Yeah.
And that obedience and that discipline plus his grace brings the blessing. So knowing where you're at, knowing what you want to do, and just having that North Star, that roadmap of, you don't need to buy into what other people are doing or what the world's doing.
100%.
No FOMO. That's what's going to make things happen in your life. So that's
right. And with honesty, you said at the beginning, like, how are you doing? I said thriving in all aspects, but obviously it's been hard too. Like there are my challenges. I have challenges like anyone else. And I think sacrifice is something that also comes to mind with that. Like there's always a trade-off. So whatever you choose, you're probably gonna be missing out. But if you don't have FOMO, then are you really missing out?
That's so huge, because how many people suffer from FOMO in so many different aspects?
No, I know. You look at your phone or whatever.
Especially in this day and age with social media. It's like someone's always doing something.
Off the chain,
It's constant.
It's crazy. I know.
And you were talking about the different layers of protecting your vision, right? You even brought up nutrition. We know that,
Yeah.
you do some cooking too,
right? I do. I love to cook.
Tell us about that. Tell us about just your passion for it and how it benefits you as an athlete.
Yeah, last year, like at the onset of COVID, there's like the dorm food, there's the dining hall. I was like, this is not going to cut it. They list all the ingredients. Like I'm just like very like regimented. And so I literally cooked for myself like every day of like I just used my dorm oven. I cooked for myself. Like I just have that standard. Like I want to be putting like good things in my body and know it's going into my body. I do tons of research. I follow Dr. Mark Hyman on Instagram. I don't know if you guys are into him, but he basically combined principles from vegan and paleo diets. So it's basically just really heavy on plant-based, but also small quantities of meat, because as athletes, we probably do need some protein. But I'm always like doing research, just really into like all the fads and what's going on in nutrition. So that's something that's really important to me, and something I've considered actually like researching or dedicating my life towards. But all of it's just directed at feeling good and performing good. So I am very strict. I love to cook. As you know, it's a great talent to have. If I'm a wife one day, we'll see.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Yes,
knowledge with action is power, right? So it's like being able to take that information and then put it into your daily lifestyle. That's going to give you a level up on every single athlete out there. Because how many athletes do you know, right? I always think of the Chad Ochocinco. He's like, I could eat McDonald's 3 times a day, you know, and he was doing that in his NFL career. But then I'm thinking like, all right, if this guy was that good doing that, what happens if an athlete, puts the right fuel in their body?
That's a good point.
Right?
Yeah.
Longevity, recovery.
Right.
Yeah.
So important.
And I just think puts you so ahead of the game. Even as an athlete, right? You're very regimented. Every athlete, right, is regimented with their time.
Yeah.
What they're, from 8 to 9, you're doing this. 9 to 10, you're doing this.
Have to be.
Most probably would just go with what they're, being provided as far as food.
Right.
Like you've taken that next level, done research.
Yeah.
And figured out what works best for you and took it into your own hands. I think that's awesome.
And granted, that's the luxury I have. I know not everyone is able to afford these things. So I'm blessed that I have parents that are like willing to accommodate my needs in that regard. So I just wanted to say that.
Well, that's, you supportive family, right?
Yeah,
Support system,
Yeah, huge.
But I feel like even that you're just a great person to invest in even for your family. Like you at full strength are a powerhouse, right? Of what you can do for this world as an influence to younger girls, as an influence to athletes in general. I mean, you inspire us. Yeah. You know, I think you at full strength, that's a good investment. You know what I mean? Let's get the right stuff in you.
That was my senior yearbook quote. I'm buying stock in me.
Nice.
After I like wrote it down, I was like, oh gosh, like why did I say this? But you know what? I don't regret it. So.
Are you hyped up for this year?
Oh yeah. I mean, like I just feel like I haven't even started. Like I've just been grinding, and when I know I'm not as much as worried about like when the opportunity comes, but I mean, I just know like I'm so confident. Like I've been putting in work for 2 years. Like it's gonna show.
You're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Like I'm just the longer I'm like here in it training, like I just know like the greater the payout.
Being at Stanford, I mean, that's that's
the top of the top right there. Athletically, academically,
yes,
it's the pinnacle, I would say.
I mean, I would say like I can't lie, like it's intimidating. I'm in class and I like words are flying out and I'm like, I don't even know what that word means, but I'm getting smarter. So, I mean, I think it's definitely like, it's like about being comfortable, right? Like it's probably good thing that I don't feel comfortable in this environment, but yeah, it's been nothing short of a blessing thus far. And I'm still a young goalkeeper and growing, and I have a lot more learning and meeting new people to meet, I bet. But I'm basically just trying to network because that's what they say. Like it is such a great place to be, opens so many doors. So I just feel, blessed and grateful to be there, and we'll see what happens. So.
You sound like a senior, let alone a sophomore.
Literally.
Hopefully not a senior citizen. But.
No, but like it's just like you are, you got to make the most of every opportunity.
100%. Yeah.
Whenever you're in these environments and anything, right? And you clearly have a vision.
Right.
And you know that you need to, make the most of it every single time.
I didn't come all this way for nothing. So let's
ready to make a play at all times.
Totally.
And being in that that innovative and influential space, it's just priming you to you're eventually going to be there.
Yeah,
I know. And being a part of that network, it's going to be powerful. You have that power to change lives. You have that power to have influence for your word to be heard.
Yeah.
And we both think you got such a powerful word for people to hear that it's gonna be special. And like Matt said, it's fun to watch. It's fun to see. We're excited for you up there.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this is just freestyle, but I would at some point love to get into motivational speaking and have more messages geared towards younger audience of girls, boys alike. But
awesome.
I'm interested in.
So that sounds like a big part of your vision is the next generation.
Yeah.
You're talking to an 8, 9, 10-year-old Ryan Campbell. What is it that you want to do for that next generation?
No, I mean, in my work with you guys that I've done, I think something you've emphasized in your lives that has kind of trickled into mine is giving back. So I don't know, like what form that will be in, but I think like as athletes, like if I do have that platform at one point in my life, like how can I encourage young women or young men to work hard, but also realize what their work is doing and how they can give back as athletes that have status and power and privilege, because I come from a place of privilege. My parents have been able to support me in my sports endeavors, and that's why I am where I am, right? So it's like I wouldn't be here without them, and at some point, like I'd like other people to have that opportunity too that necessarily aren't born into that. So
that's
I think
awesome.
Towards that, if that makes any sense.
Yes, lift those that need to be lifted. And with that, we're on the junior board at Lift Foundation.
Yeah,
right?
Lift Foundation, totally.
So I mean, and just so that's pretty cool that planted some seeds.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Again, taking action, right?
Yeah.
Getting after it, not just talking about it, but being about it.
Yeah, no, totally.
At and that's the cool thing. I think that with a lot of athletes that they need to understand is you don't have to be essentially a pro, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have an influence when you're a high schooler. Yeah. You have all the junior high looking up to you, right? Who wish they could be, all the people that could be in those shoes one day.
Yeah.
Same thing in college and the same thing with the pro. It's about helping that next generation up.
Right. And I think there was some quote I read. It's like no great athlete they didn't do it on their own. Like they copied some mentor to get there. So I think that's important to keep in mind too.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, there's tons of people I looked up to. There's tons of mentors I had that have gotten me and pushed me to get to this level. So if I can be that for someone, that's rewarding in itself. And you guys have been that for me. So
that's an honor. That's an honor. And
truly,
a big thing is like encouragement, and just every moment matters, especially with other people.
Yeah.
Like you know, you meet and talk to people every single day, but you might only talk to this one certain person once. You gave them one moment of yourself.
Yeah, no.
How did that make them feel?
And you probably don't even remember that interaction, but that stuck with them, right? That's the cool thing. Yeah.
Yes. So if you can, like, I mean, that's every single moment. Like, if you can make people feel better. Yeah. If you can inspire them. Yeah. That takes that has an effect.
Right. And I feel like there's, like, at this point in time, there's just, like, a very widespread, like, I even feel it sometimes too, just like a spiritual emptiness. And I think the way we go around that and solve that and just directly get at that is by connecting socially with others, and not in the way where I'm like Instagramming, but like actually like meeting with people like we are right now and just like talking, or what do we want to do? How do we want to change this like world? Like, I don't know. I feel like that's so important. It's definitely like becoming less and less frequent, which is a problem.
Even as you say that, I get like, you know, chills. I get electricity going through my body, right? That's there's an energy. Yeah. There's an energy to caring. There's an energy. No, there is. 100%. To you know, just.
And it feels good to care.
Yes.
Right?
And that's where it comes. That's where that, you know, being there. Yeah. Going through it with somebody. You know, like, hey, I'm here for you. You know, like, I just think that's. Yeah, like you said, it's very lacked in society, but such a powerful thing. Yeah. It's like, and we don't realize how important it is. Yeah. I think we do realize how important it is. I don't think society does. Yeah. How important it is just to be encouraging, bring that caring energy, bring that, even if it's just being positive, something that can just feed the spirit, feed the soul, and strengthen it rather than weaken it.
And oftentimes I feel like it takes like a big life-changing tragic event for someone to like really like wake up and realize like, wow, like I'm this isn't forever. Like, all we have is the present to, like, I just feel like if we could bring that into every day without some tragedy occurring that wakes us up to that, you know, I think that would be great. But
gratitude and perspective, right? I mean, that's 100%. how we got to practice it. And it's something, that just gets so overlooked, that we get caught up in the busyness of our life. We get the FOMO, and we're worried about things that don't matter. That, you know, sometimes people forget to take every single interaction that they have, and, you know, it could be life-changing, like you said. It could be everlasting. It could be that moment where you push someone 1 degree in the positive direction, where, you know, everything else happens after that, and vice versa. You know, one more thing of negativity in someone's life, and they could go down a path that a dark one. You know, so being able to be tapped in and just having that awareness, that's powerful. Yeah,
100%.
What's your workout regimen like?
Yeah, so I mean, I try to incorporate like weights, lifting, probably like 3 or 4 times a week. As a goalkeeper, cardio is not something that is super pressing, but as like a general athlete, it's like a part of my life. So I like to run. I like to do intervals, like maybe 1 minute fast jog, 1 minute slow jog. Like, I do like to do some type of cardio. I am a sucker for the Peloton. I love Peloton if I'm doing
one. COVID. Everyone's got the Peloton now.
Yeah, but and then soccer's like almost every day of the week when I'm at school. So that's just training. But it's funny because I feel like being able to do like a normal workout is like a treat for me. Like, going to hot yoga is like a gift, because I don't have time to do like those things, those workouts that I love. I love HIIT workouts, but I don't have time to do that when I'm at school. So that stuff, people are like, "What are you doing today?" I'm like, "Working out." Like, it's just like those things is what I love to do. So
I always tell people it feels good to feel good.
Yeah,
beyond just for performance purposes. Like, working out makes you feel good. Yeah, going and doing yoga makes you feel good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just want to highlight 3 to 4 times in the gym a week. Yeah. Girls, it's cool to be strong.
It is.
Tell it right into the camera.
It's cool to be strong, ladies. Like, let's get to the gym. Let's work out. Let's go for a run. Like, just get active.
I feel like when girls figure out that it's cool to be strong, like, it just takes their game to the next level.
Oh, totally.
It's fun to watch, and domination. Yeah. Dominate, right? The opponent. That's what it's all about.
Right. And I still have work to do. I'm trying to get stronger always, right? Power and strength. So whatever. It's cool to be strong. Yeah.
It's cool to be strong.
It's cool to be strong.
I think that might be a shirt.
That's the new 2022 trend.
Let's roll with it. It's cool to be strong. I like that a lot.
Cool to be strong.
Well, I think once you I think that's something that everyone needs to experience, because everyone has the potential, right?
Yeah.
Everyone has the potential for greatness. Everyone has the potential for strength.
Yeah.
When you do experience it, you're like,
wow.
Yeah, this feels good.
This is addicting.
Like, this is cool. It is addicting.
Yeah, totally.
Well, because there's 2 sides to it. Yeah. Right? There is the side of performance side, but where you're giving it, right? But you're also, when you're strong, able to take it. Yeah. You're able to take more damage when your body is, built
I always say that's like what our fitness is. If I could say a word, it's like durability. Like I'm hitting the ground 100 times in practice. Like it's durability. Like I'm throwing my body into the air and landing. Like it's durability. On mobility, pliability, like there's been like kind of a trend in goalkeeping towards like foot saves, like getting flexible and getting your feet actually to the ball rather than like your arms. So I'm working on that too. It's something that I need to work on.
Get your feet to the ball.
Yeah, like you're literally just like, yeah, like a starfish. Like that's what it's called, starfish. Yeah. It's called starfish technique. Yeah. Yeah. So there's so many things involved, but yeah, I literally use every body part to save the ball.
Is there a particular player that you like to? I know we were talking about Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Growing up, like I just idolized Hope Solo. I feel like she was just such like a iconoclast figure for me growing up. Like she just looked the part and was athletic and just a total boss in goal. So I definitely idolized her, but she's not playing anymore. Some that come to mind are actually my own teammates. Naomi Gurma just got drafted to the new San Diego expansion team. She's a center back. Sophia Smith, a forward. My own teammate, Trinity Rodman. She just got Rookie of the Year, which is huge. Literally grew up playing with her age 8 to 19. So it's
on your high school team too?
Yeah, she's literally in the pros, like doing her thing, making her way in the world. So super proud of her. Blessed to have grown up with her and been taking shots from her all these years, right? So yeah.
When you surround yourself with those type of people, I mean, you have no other option, right?
No, no other option.
When you're inspired by the people, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how you get there, right? You're surrounded by people that have gotten where you want to get.
Yep. And
they inspire you. You know, that's just a great environment, I feel like, to be in. You know?
Totally. Just step into it.
The show is called Protect Your Vision. We talk about distractions. I think people can be the biggest distractions in the entire world, right? I mean, I like the phrase, someone could be a wing or they can be a weight. You know? And if someone can really help you, I mean, they can help you fly. So when you're surrounding yourself with people like that on that same mission, on that same grind, with those same aspirations.
Have to. I mean, if I was a football player, I'd definitely be just working out with you every day.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, Rye, we are beyond excited for what the future holds. Not just you as a player, but just as an amazing person, as we know that you're just going to make such a positive mark on the world through young athletes' lives all over. So we're just beyond excited for you. Look out for Protect Your Vision Season 2. We're so stoked that Ryan was our first episode on here. We're coming in hot 2022.
I just can't say it enough. I mean, we completely believe in you. I mean, you're somebody that we believe in, someone that we always saw getting here. And I know that you're going to continue to thrive, continue to strive. And we're super excited for what you're going to do, not just as an athlete, but as a person, because you're going to help people. You're going to help this chaotic world get a little bit more peace.
That's the goal. Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you guys for having me on.
Thank you.
It's awesome that you were the first episode of season 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
2022, we're breaking through. Going to be a big year.
A privilege to be here. Yes.
And can you just let the people know what they need to do?
Protect your vision. And thank you to Tim and Matt for helping me to protect mine.
Thank you, Ryan.
It's been a blessing to be here.
Protect your vision. Let's go.
I'm just doing what I gotta do.